by the way.
Thank you. Do you know how the year's been so far? I'd need to tell every one of you, every second counts. You are a second older, a minute older, and now we're going to be a year older. So, as I always believe in, do one fun thing for the day that is legal, happy, makes you happy, makes your family and environment happy, so that you can sleep well and get up healthier, happier the next day as well.
Do you know, I read something, and I think I read it quite a few times before, but this time it just got me. Value your time, spend it on those who value you, because money you can make, wealth you can make, but your time you can never get back.
That is so true.
You know, so I think it like got to me. Spend it on what's worthful, what's useful to you, and what just makes you happy.
Exactly. Whatever you plan to do or you wanted to do from youth, and you haven't done it as an adult, try and do it. Every week, do one item that you haven't done and make yourself happier.
Well, since you're mentioning that, I know you do Midma Mile. Do you know, listeners, let me tell you something. I got 3 guests, Veronica Slabbit and Mr. Naidu and Amina Sheikh, yes, from School Matters, who do the Midma Mile, and all 3 are educators, teachers.
Alhamdulillah, training has been bad. Haven't started, to be honest.
Yeah.
My son's at my throat for it. So I'm planning to do that from this week, inshallah.
When is it normally?
Normally in Feb.
That's quite like 2 months, less than 2 months.
Yeah, Feb and then going into March. So now next year is Ramadan also in that time.
Yeah.
So
you're hoping it's in Ramadan so you can just take a break.
No, but the swimming will still go on, inshallah.
Yeah. Do you know, at schools right now, everyone's rounding up. We're just waiting for Friday. But, you know, Friday seems like so long, so far.
You know what's strangely, but I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the weekend. I never thought I would.
Yeah, because there's no children in school.
Because of the motivation we have in school.
Oh, well, you were praising your new principal. I wish all principals can learn from this. She was telling me she's thoroughly enjoying school. They've been doing such marvelous team building. She was telling me about the water pistols. You know what? When you were telling me stuff, I think sometimes we tend to look for bigger, better, more intellectual, academic stuff. But then we don't realize simple, plain down things is team building and gets people to grow. We don't realize that we're not competing with anyone. We want to laugh, we want to bond, we want to connect. And
that's correct.
Simple things. And they always say your inner child.
Exactly. Like what you just asked me is, why am I not thriving for upper positions, etc. You know what I believe in is, if you are enjoying, in fact, a lot of people ask me that I had opportunities in other schools and so on, why I haven't moved on. I had completed my vision of lecturing, as you know. But what I do believe in, if you are happy, it's not anymore about thriving for position or salary.
Contentment. It's about contentment.
Contentment, because it took me long to realize this. If you are happy where you are working, you will be healthier as well. And the most valuable item in your personal life, not your family, for your self-worth, is your health.
That is so important. And I think when you realize that you don't need to go everywhere where you're invited. You don't need to force yourself where you're not invited at the table. Life will be very easy.
Correct.
And you come first and your family.
That's correct. And I always believe, even there are times I have my downs where even if you feel, hey, but I don't have even a 5 rand in my pocket, and you just tell yourself, which I do often, Allah is there, Allah is guiding me, Allah is testing me. He will find my way out of it. And it's shocking. And you just make the dua. I know I'm not regular with my with the daily routines of it, but at the end of it is, when I make those duas, it happens. Just that belief in Allah, it helps.
That's so true. Do you know, what can children do to stay safe over the holidays?
Okay, first things first. Every child that is listening in, I hope you are, whether you are 18, whether you are 5, whether you feel you know your rules and route around your home, you have to, in today's time, tell your parents where you are. Even if they're at work, I know of students where both parents are working, they have cameras in the home to monitor their children. It's not because they hate you or they're being strict with you. We are living in an environment that is not safe. So first things first, you need to do is you need to inform your parents when you leave the door. Even if you're going to see a friend outside, you need to tell your parents that. If you want to go somewhere, you go with a person from the house also, if possible. Never go out alone, as I'm saying, okay? And then if you're feeling unsafe, that means you didn't do the right thing by telling your parents or by taking a responsible person with you. You're not taking them because they don't trust you. It is because of your safety and security. With my community work that I've been doing, in the past 2 weeks, we have lots of children missing as from ages of 5, even 13, disappeared. They are trying to locate children. Then we have missing adults. And it's sad to see even old people missing, because what happens is that if an elder is in your house and you allow them to leave the house, you as the young in the house also need to know. So parents, tell your children when you leave the house, I'm going here. Will you come with me, or do you want to stay at home? This is my route. You're not being childish as parents telling your children that. You tell them, this is my route. I'm going from the house, I'm walking, I'm going to this point. Be here, and I will take this route and come back. I don't have my cell phone with me. I don't have the car key with me. I'm taking a walk and I'm going there and I'm coming back. Or you tell them, I'm having my cell phone on me, that it's charged so much. So you're guiding them. Allah forbid anything going wrong. But if it does, then they have a guide and route to follow back to find you, not to start becoming anxious themselves, overwhelmed. So whether you're an adult or a child, you leave the house, somebody has to know. And it's sad to see how people don't know because they are caught up in their own daily lives. And then they say, oh, should have been at home, should have been doing that. But just as how you need to be going out, so do they need to be out to be healthy as well. But you need to have a responsible person with them at all times.
Do you know, parents play a very important role when it comes to their own children. What advice do you have for them?
Okay, first things first, parents, I'm going to be direct. There are sadly a lot of parents that the minute they walk in the house, especially after work, they are sitting because they're tired. Okay, we understand. But you don't then sit with your phones continuously. Remember that a happy home is, every person must be happy to be in their home. It must be fun. So even if you're tired and you come home, keep the cell phones away from the eating table. If it's an emergency, you can call back after you eat. There's no need to sit on that phone. Speak to the children in the house. Talk on the table. All of you together read Bismillahi wa ala barakatillah when you are eating, so that you take away the shaitan, so that you all are happy, so you can smile. As my motto is always, smile. That smile on your face actually increases the muscles, which changes the mindset. If you glum, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you glum and you remain like that, you want to be pretty and handsome, just smile. And you must see everything around you will work well. So parents, do that in front of your children as well. Stop being glum. Stop just going to sleep away. Stop sitting on your phones at the eating table. You need to make the family around you, members in the house, important to yourself. We know you're tired, but at the end of the day, is they also tired, but they need your attention. That one little, how was your day? Are you okay? They will be remembered for lifetime. So make sure you as parents do that. Besides setting rules and regulations so that they must not fear you. So when a child is around you, they have to sit quiet. If I open my mouth, I'm going to get a slap. That mustn't work. You must, yes, rules and regulations around the house, but trust your child. If you make them feel important, give them a task to do. Example, a boy, you tell them, right, I need you to do this today. It's amazing. You will see the child groom into doing tasks himself. Same with the girl. You will see them in doing it. But if you're going to tell them, sit here, don't do here, don't do this, don't do that, you're going to have more issues. And lastly, remember communication. It is very important. How are you, my son? How are you, my daughter? Mom or dad in the house. Each other communicate and have a smile when you communicate. Not picky, not rude, not abrupt, no swearing, because the habits are picked up by everybody in the household, not only the child. So you as the parent, I know it's a lot of responsibility and you get tired, but remember, Allah has provided them in the house to be there for you and you to be there for them. So you both need to make it happen in the house. Make it a fun place. A house must be a happy home where when you finish for the day, you go to that house, you must be happy to be there.
Yeah.
Not a child saying, oh, I got to go home. I'm going to get shouting again. I won't be able to open the fridge. Example. Right? So please, if this can be followed, you will see a change in your home as parents.
You know, since you're talking about social media, you heard Australia knows social media
Yeah, I'm glad.
under the age of 16. And one wonders why. But according to them, that's no TikTok, no Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, so many other platforms. Well done to you, Australia. And,
Exactly.
and everyone wants to know what's the reason, what's the big deal. But when you think about it, right, I know I have a child. Things pop up on the screen.
Correct.
Are they going to come running to you and tell you, Mom, Dad, see what came inappropriate, pictures or something? They won't do that. And then what about the games they're playing? Some of the games are not educational. They make them like couch potatoes. And also, they end up posting and doing everything else. And they also say the mental health pressure. I'm so glad that they discovered this. When you think about, is it China? China, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have their own TikTok. Sorry,
Yes.
they don't allow TikTok.
They had created their own. But
Yes,
anyway,
yes,
what?
yeah.
But what you were saying?
Yeah, so they don't allow it for their, but yet the whole world uses it. Because when they had speakers
Correct.
talking about it, debating this, according to them, it's in a nutshell stupid, makes your brain dead. You just sit there and you're just watching. What are you taking in? You're not learning how to cook. You're not learning how to sew. You're not learning maths. So it's what I'm trying to say. It's just people making influences
Correct.
and just, nonsense sometimes.
You see, what's happening now, firstly, okay, when it comes to the household or the school, we have to set aside, well, as teachers, it's no more just teaching as academic. We are now teaching the children about grooming themselves, with how to carry themselves. And when we were little, when we were taught this in school, and we used to wonder why, I'm so thankful for that, because now I know how to have mannerism in front of people. So now the same thing we need to implement in the children. Now, when it comes to, I have noted, okay, where there are some parents give the children the phone and then you do and find what you want. There are some parents that put on a particular items for them to watch, which is monitored by the parents. Now look at the difference of parents I'm telling you about, right?
Yeah.
The ones that are monitored by the parents will show them the ones that they are required as children, if it's smaller children with cartoon, etc. Okay, but if it is given the phone and, as you say, pop-up happens, now parents, from the technological side of it, what you need to do before you even give a child a phone, I'm really impressed. One teacher has done this already. Her 9-year-old, she got a phone. She came to me with it. We sat and looked at it. The phone of the child is monitored by the parent.
Yeah.
So everything, even if it's going into an app, she will be informed first before the child. So it can happen. Now you need to go to privacy setting. On privacy setting, firstly, all of you in the house, put your location off, because anybody can pick up your location around. Again, as I've said previously on my sessions here, is that you need to go to Google. You need to type in your name and surname. Check which one is you. There are a lot of people around you around the world with the same name and surname. And then check the finer details of your one. What is showing? Example, if it's a phone number, where is it coming from? If it's saying Instagram, go to Instagram setting and put it on private. Then you need to go to Google setting. It's called cookies. Click on cookies, go and delete all, okay? So that the pop-ups don't come up. When you are asked and you have to click on accept cookies, do it straight away, then go back into your settings and remove it once you've gone in the app. Okay, so that way it will prevent those things from popping up. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is, if you are allowing your children to go directly themselves into YouTube, Google, etc., you are creating a problem when we speak a little just now about security online. So you need to monitor it. Please, if your child wants to play, you mentioned online, so that's the other point I'm going to mention here. Online gaming, again, as I've said before, you ask your child, Whether they are 20, whether they are 5, you ask them, who are you playing the online game with? If they say strangers, you need to stop that straight away. You tell them, family, cousins, tell them to meet you 8 o'clock online for this game. You play according to them. So again, if you fight with each other online, it's okay. You can say, wait, Ma is calling me, I'm pausing myself. It's okay. You won't take out your anger on Ma. Right? But if you're playing an online game with the stranger can locate you due to hacking of your location. If it's not, all your privacies are not off. That's one. Secondly is, I know of a person who got hooked onto Roblox, who was using her own finance or spending money that was given to her to get more into these games and with strangers. I had sessions with her to get it cut off, and now alhamdulillah she has. The whole idea is you should not play any online game that needs for you to put in money. Then the other online gaming that you need to do, if you're playing with a stranger and the stranger picks on you, you want to challenge that stranger. So if your parent comes and says, come to eat, you're going to say, what, Ma? And you're going to get angry with Ma. Okay, so at the end of the day, what I need you to do is do not play with strangers online.
Well, we take a short ad break and then we'll continue with probably online safety. Because during the holiday, lots of children, probably all of them, just sit online.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Discover the breathtaking beauty of Pakistan with Show Me Raj Travel. From the vibrant streets of Islamabad to the magical valleys of Naran, Hansa. This is a journey you get into a return airfares from Johannesburg. 10 nights deluxe accommodation, daily breakfast and dinner, round-trip transport and guided sightseeing, all from just 29,999 per person sharing. But today, call 031 208 4222 or visit www.miragtravel.co.za or follow Show Me Raj on social media. Show Me Raj Travel, your journey to wonder begins here.
اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين. اللهم انصر إخواننا المرابطين على أرض فلسطين. اللهم شد أزرهم وسدد رميهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم الطف بإخواننا في كل مكان يذكر فيه اسمك يا أرحم الراحمين. استنصروك يا الله فانصرهم. اللهم ارحم الضعفاء والفقراء والمساكين والأيتام والنازحين والمشردين والأسرى يا أرحم الراحمين.
اللهم أنج المستضعفين من المسلمين في فلسطين. اللهم كن لهم عونا ونصيرا. اللهم كن لإخواننا المرابطين في المسجد الأقصى. اللهم كن لهم ولا تكن عليهم. اللهم فرج همهم، نفس كربهم، داوي جرحاهم، عاف مبتلاهم، اشف مرضاهم، ارحم موتاهم، تقبل شهداءهم.
Radio Al Ansar, 24/7, 365.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, welcome to School Matters. Festive vibes, safe lives. Wondering what there is? Well, the holidays are around us, and to keep our children safe, our teenagers safe, it's not only about their diet and their health and exercising and not talking to strangers. We know we live in that era. harsh reality, we live in very trying times where the ills of society you can continue. There's, as we were talking, child trafficking, human trafficking, sex workers. There's so much peddling drugs. The list, online gaming. It just goes on and on. And this is the harsh reality. And generally, when your children are out with friends, they are targeted and they may not even know it. They might not even know it. You know, I saw a video where this child is playing games like what you call those, that game box outside the shop.
Okay,
Right.
arcade game.
Yeah,
Right.
the old-fashioned arcade game.
Yeah, I loved
A
it.
car parked a
Oh,
bit
yes, I
far
saw
away,
that.
and then a clown came out,
Correct.
started playing around her. Now imagine a child like an 11-year or 10-year, she got so excited. And then later on, another clown came out. When I mean a clown, dressed up like a clown, everything, and gave her 5 rands
Correct.
money to play. And then they won her trust after that time. And she was they called her to go somewhere. She was just about to step in the car. A total stranger, pedestrian, walking on the road, saw this, grabbed her, and pulled her out.
Exactly.
She got saved. But
Correct.
look at how they are thinking of ways to do whatever they're doing.
You see, the other thing is there's another Insta also you'll see where the child is going up the escalator with the mum and a total stranger goes down the other escalator and says hi to her, to the child.
Yeah.
And then later on, another person tells her hi. Then they learn later that the child has been posting her pictures online.
Oh, I saw that.
She was become like a little bit of a blogger at a small age, and people are identifying her. So when they want to come talk to her, it's strangers now. Now, this is where the problem lies. This is the fine line. So what we need to do is, you as parents, when you are out shopping, when you are out, or you are taking a child to the park, or you are taking your child anywhere for, like right now in the December, I love to go to do these things or whatever. But you got to make sure the parent is the problem here. You are not on your phone. Shop with your company that you are with. Tell them, hey, see that there. Wow, that's together. And you are together.
Yeah.
You do not stand on your phone and ignore the people you are with. Adult or child, as you said, can be taken away. And it's a lot right now. It's a hype. December time, it becomes a hype. And yes, human trafficking is very common. How it's done, for those that don't understand it, you are taken from here, put into a container, taken to another country. You are asked to be any form of worker there. When you say you're going to run away, they tell you they know where you are from. They will kill your family. They will. When you ask for a plate of food, is just given to you anyhow, like worse than a prison. If you ask for a salary, they say no, they can't give it to you because they have to feed you and look after you. So it's horrible. So please avoid that. Wherever you are, 2 people or more have to be together. Then when it comes to your phone itself, there are a lot of scammers happening right now. Okay. The very one is, I know there are even a lot of old people, when they get a call, no, let me take the call. If you don't know the number, do not take the call. If it is a place that is not where you have relatives in, do not take the call. Go to block and block it. Okay. What happens is when you start speaking to them, I'm not talking about the hackers that is common now on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm talking about general. When you speak to them, what they are telling you is, as they speak to you, they are hackers that are excellent in getting through to your personal information via the internet. Do not, every app on your phone should have a password. It's hard to do that, but you got to do it. You got to have a 2 verification. One is password and the other is biometric. Either no 2 people have the same
Yeah.
thumbprint, even twins. So you could actually use that. Okay. So now that's the thing.
Exactly. And it's happening right here at home.
That's it.
Right here at home. You know, KwaZulu-Natal, we would say, no, this happens at overseas. It's not around here. But people are so desperate to make money.
Anything.
Exactly. You know, online safety, becomes a big issue during holidays. What should families, parents be aware of?
But first thing, when you're traveling, there are so many people that love to actually leave their windows open. I don't know why. You got an aircon, you got an open roof, use it.
Yeah.
If you're opening the window, if you're a smoker, open your window little bit, but you see the area you're in. Otherwise, avoid it. Eat a cigarette gum or whatever. But whether it's we call them para, a homeless, a drug addict, anybody that is stealing items right now, it is for your cell phone and for cash. That's it. And if it's a vehicle, it's to have it sent out of the country. So and the phone, even if you've got the cheapest phone, it's valuable to you because of the information in it.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful and wary wherever you are. Don't just leave it anyway. And if you lock your vehicle, go back and check because you got remote jam happening, right? So now when it comes to the season, when it comes to your children, if they have phones, you ask them wherever they're going, if there's no need to take the phone, leave the phone behind. If you're insecure and you have to have the phone with you, it must not be in a visible spot on you. If you are a parent that needs the phone with you, don't keep it in your back pockets. Your backpacks must not be at the back.
Well,
Your
there's a new.
backpack must be in front.
Did you see the new trend?
What?
A lovely car pulls off. Someone jumps off, pulls a phone, jumps back in the car and drive away. Happening right here in Overport. It happened around the area.
It's
lots
common
of places.
even in town.
Or
CBD.
it's a new trend. So you would never think somebody is driving, someone will jump off from a very nice vehicle, pull your phone, pull your handbag, even can pull you, go in the car and they're gone.
Now wait, that is easy. We all love to go out now. You said, wow, we're closing school and etc. etc. The first thing, I love that too, takeouts, restaurants. What happens when you're sitting at that restaurant? I'm guilty of it too. You take your phone and you leave it on the table.
Yeah.
You take your wallet, you leave it on the table. And then you're eating, you're talking to the colleague that you're with. They are masters in grabbing and running. It doesn't mean if there's a security guard in that restaurant, they're
You're
going to
safe.
save the phone or the camera or the owner. You can't blame anybody. You blame yourself for doing the wrong. Your bag has to be within your legs, your handbags. You can't leave it on the side and the back on the table. It must be within your legs so that nobody can grab and run. Your phone must be put in there. You came to spend time with eating and being with the people around you. Okay, there are some people that like to take pictures of the phone and
they food.
and the food and your colleague and have whatever fun. I'm guilty of the fun part. But put it away after that. Believe me, it's bad.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, I'm a drug addict. I need that money.
Desperate.
I will steal your phone and sell it for 50 rand to a store that is selling cell phones. They take second-hand phones. They're not going to question you about it. So it's not the store's fault that they have your phone when you locate it, because they bought it from someone. They didn't know it was yours. Okay, so that's the sad thing that is going on. So you need to be wary. Keep alert around you, behind you, in front of you, on the sides of you, wherever you go, unfortunately. But you know what? They say, a lot of people say, oh, but our country is bad. It's not only here. Our country exposes everything.
Yeah.
The other countries do not, but the same thing's been happening. I just read about in London, it happened.
Yeah.
A cell phone being stolen and they couldn't locate it. So it's everywhere. Be alert.
Do you know, let's talk about going out in malls, parks, with your friends, home. What are key safety tips? Basic key safety tips.
Okay, the basic key safety tips. Firstly, if you're going with friends and if you are under 18, make sure you have a parent with. Not because you're doing wrong, because of your safety.
Yeah.
Secondly is, if you're an adult and you are going out with colleagues, inform people, be alert around you, and go to safe environments.
Yeah.
Environments that you know you will be okay, that you can have fun and come back clean fun. Keep your phone on. It must be charged before you leave the house. There are a lot of people that say my phone's dead. It hasn't been charged. I know in our time when I was little, I'm born before Google, as I may sound ancient, but we never had phones. We had call box down the road. If something happened, you got a phone. You got to wait till 5 or wherever when the parent comes to fetch you. Nobody's got a phone.
Yeah.
So don't make the phone your life when you're going out. That's not fun. Okay? They have a limited timing for the day for that, even for gaming. Because what happens is that you're going out. You don't need to game there while you're going out, okay? Don't walk alone, especially at night and in the malls if you are a child
Yeah.
and an old person. Please walk with somebody. They say the middle-aged humans are more physical, active, and alert compared to older or younger children and elderly. So it's a task for the middle-aged humans, I'll put it that way, to be responsible in these areas when you go with family members, okay? Keep your belongings close to you. If you just need your card to pay, your phone and your keys, don't take everything else. Leave it behind. Okay? Don't flash. And nobody is interested what expensive item you have. As long as it works for you, that's more than enough.
Do you know, lots of parents want their kids, or a lot of kids want holiday jobs. And they could be 16, 17, some of them as young as 15. You know, sometimes parents do not think of the child's safety. What advice you got that? Because I know you're a parent. What advice do you have if your teenage child found a job, part-time job in the holiday, and they are going to go to work?
Right. Step 1, you need to find out where the job is. 2, you need to make contact with the owners of it. You need to get their numbers to keep at hand if there's a situation, and staff members if there are extra staff there. If you're allowing, you need to see if that salary for the part-time job is feasible or is it working well for the child, for the period and for the age type.
Yeah.
Then you need to be confident in allowing responsibility to your child to become more confident and responsible and giving them that self-worth. Okay. If your child is the type that does not want to leave the house and wants to only be online, you will involve an online business. 1, search your child's talent.
Yeah.
2, example, if it's baking or if it's writing or creating games, use social media to sell the item. They don't have to come to you. If it's food items, you do not tell them to come to your door. They must pick it up at the end of the road. No stranger must know where you live. Okay. If it is an online thing that can be sent directly, then you tell them to put the money into the account and you give them the access to the app or the game that your child wants to do as a business. So what happens is your child does not become idolized. Your child actually is becoming involved. So at the same time, you are showing your child that you are happy and you are showing that you are giving the child confidence in what they are experienced and talented at, and that you appreciate them for what they are. Remember, communication is important. Only you can make that difference.
You know, that's so true. And, you know, when you look, children tend to spend a lot of time, could be with the neighbors, could be with the friends, family. It's a time where lots of children experiment for the very first time. It could be anything. It could be a cigarette. It could be a vape, which is so common. It could be alcohol. It could be, and, you know, regardless of your religion, when children are together, it's the culture where, you know, peer pressure and all of that. What parents should look out for? What can they advise their children?
First things first, I know it's going to sound weird, but if it's something that is sensible, allow the child to do it in front of you. Example, the vape. So they don't duck and dive behind you and use the wrong vapes, because now you get vapes with weed, etc. in it. So you don't know what your child is using. Medication-wise, you need to watch what they take. If your child doesn't take medicines, wow, that's good. Okay. Then you need to watch. If your child is with friends, you need to allow the friends to come home. You need to be involved in what they do. Allow them to do their activities in front of you so you can see what's happening. Do not let your child go alone to a neighbor, to a friend that you do not know the parents, and you don't know the parents' background or the child's background. You're looking for trouble.
Another thing which is so common, message came through: sleepovers. It sounds so trendy.
I was very sticky about sleepovers.
I would never allow it.
You know what's the fear, the thought
Mm.
is in your mind that goes through as parent? Are they going to be alone? Are they going to be on, as you said, take a drug, do something weird? Is it okay?
Who's there? We don't know.
There we go. So instead, rather do sleepovers with cousins, family, where there's lots of people having fun within that
Mm.
sleepover, for the child not to get angry about not going to that sleepover. Okay,
Mm.
because it can be a very stressful for the child and the parent.
I mean, lots of parents are still busy working during the festive time. Learners and children are left at home alone. Safety at home. Safety at home. If there's a break-in, if there's a fire or emergency, how many children know what to do, or teenagers?
Now, this is a sad thing we have. We have a lot of people that are out from other countries that have come to live here and are still finding their feet. So what happens is the mum and dad both work. So their children are left alone with either helpers or alone themselves. I know of students from 12 years under are staying alone, but the parents have cameras in their homes to monitor them.
Yeah.
Now, the sad thing is that every household has to, as you just said, do a drill routine with their children. Listen, today fun thing we're going to do is pretend.
Hmm.
I like my granddaughter always says pretend, right?
Well, there's a message on the
Pretend.
screen. Salam's a voice message to Amina Sheikh from her granddaughter.
Oh,
The school
wow.
matters. Let's play it quickly.
Nani, you're so awesome.
Well, at least you got your granddaughter listening to you. So definitely, how old is she?
She's 3.
Well, definitely she's going to know about online because you're instilling all of that from now.
Yay, Huda. Thank you so much. I'm using your words. Pretend. Okay? So we're going to tell everybody out there. You as parents with your children, you need to play pretend games. Pretend that we are going to have a fire in the house. This is how you are going to exit the house. We're going to be either using the window. You will have them ready. Take towels or scarves tied together. You will use this, swerve it around the window and slide down. Or we are going to make a slide to go through the window down. You need to do that. Pretend we are having a burglary somebody's coming through the front door and you are alone. Okay, thank you, Huda, by the way, for that. So you're going to tell them, let's pretend. We are going to pretend it's happening in the house, and we need to actually know that you're going to be comfortable with it. But I actually don't like the thought of leaving children alone
At home.
in the house.
And
Or old
yeah,
people.
another message has come through. We at work, takeaway is very expensive. Advice with meals when you are not at home for your children. Do they cook? Do you prepare meals, or what advice?
Okay. Again, parents, the best thing to do is ask your children what you like to eat. If you,
Come on, Amina. They're not going to tell you what you cooked.
okay, right. But now, if you're going to make for them,
Yeah.
let's say a curry that they don't like, a vegetable curry,
Okay.
right? And they don't want that. They want meat, like patties, sausages, etc.
Bologna and all that
Bologna and that. You need to now have that in stock.
Yeah.
Then you need to make them how they like it. Whether they like a sausage roll, a burger, whatever. It's junk food. It's sad, right? But you have to entertain them in keeping that. Children don't like to repeat and eat the same thing
Yeah.
all the time. I'm sure you would be the same. So to allow your finance for that as well, you need to tell yourself, right, this week we are going to make these items, and then the leftovers from the fridge, make sandwiches out of them. Make toasted sandwiches, burgers out of them, and then they would like it. So, and then have it. What I've realized, I hate cooking. I'll be very honest.
You always
right?
tell me that. Huh?
Yeah, but the presentation of the food is what is important. That same mutton curry, put it in a beautiful dish and give it to them. Wow, it was tasty. Give it to them in the pot as is. They're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So garnish it
Presentation.
nicely and put it on.
Keep it in the
Wow.
microwave or somewhere. We'll be taking another short ad break.
Canute to Nazila is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strata Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت.
Commute to Nazilite is proudly brought to you by Nona's Italian Kitchen, Strata Street Food, and the Magnum Capino Treat Store. Oh Allah, guide me and grant me well-being with those whom you have granted well-being.
Craving bold flavors with a twist? Strata Street Food, where neon lights meets delicious bites, from sizzling burgers and crispy Korean wings, cheesy pizzas and golden nachos. Every bite is a journey. Don't miss our famous Tremazzini sandwiches. Bring your appetite and your squad and swing by Strata Street Food, where every meal feels like a celebration.
And don't forget to tell Mommy and Daddy to take you to Capino for the yummiest ice cream and a whole candy wonderland.
Strata Street Food. Taste the vibe. Taste the tradition.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information. Radio Ansar.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, welcome to School Matters with me, Sumaya. Alhamdulillah, we are talking about the festive season, the vibe, and how to stay safe. Our guest in studio is Sister Amina Sheikh, an educator from Al Azhar. She was giving us advice for the parents, for the learners, and just everyone, just to be more alert. Rounding up final advice for families this holiday.
Spend time together, look out for one another, and communicate openly. Safety is not just rules, it's a shared responsibility. When families support each other, children feel more confident and parents feel more at ease. All housework should be done as a teamwork, whatever each one finds fun to do at. Don't force each one to do something, but everybody should pay attention in the house, not switch off with their phones. Remember, only you can make the difference. You need to smile in the house. And when you are called to be together, drop what you're doing, especially that device, and meet the person that you are with before it's too late.
Alhamdulillah, that is so true. And also, we also need to, a message came through crossing the road. Crossing the road. We need to teach our children how to cross the road.
It's very important.
Tell me, I don't know if they find this in town, but when I'm driving to school, red man says, stop. But everybody's just crossing the road.
Do you know when we were little, and if we did that, it's called jaywalking.
Yeah.
So you get fined, even if you're a child, you get fined for walking in the middle of the road and not going to the robot and crossing at the time. Unfortunately, our Metro Police also has to wake up with that point. But anyway.
Yeah, and just make the world, everyone is safe. All of us are safe, and
Ameen.
get to see the new year in one whole piece and go back to work and schools, and the routine continues. Well, we have come to the end of the program. I'd like to thank our tech Mondi for making the show possible, and our guest, Sister Amina. Always enjoy as Transformer. If you know what they say, if you know, you know. Transformer. Yes, and what's the other one? Robocop. Well, and that brings us to the end of today's edition of School Matters. As we step into the holiday season, let's remember the safety starts at home. With open conversations, mindful choices, and constant awareness, our children need our guidance. They need our guidance, but they can also need our trust. And together we can create a holiday that's not just fun, but safe, respectful, and filled with good memories. Whether it's online, at the mall, at a friend's house, or just in the neighborhood, let's keep our young ones informed, confident and alert. From Radio Al Ansar School Matters to your families, may the Almighty protect us. May this festive break be peaceful, joyful, and protected. Stay safe, stay kind, and keep positive vibes always. Trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but tie your camel. A gentle reminder that tawakkul and responsibility go hand in hand. Our children are an amana, so protect them with dua, guidance, and care. Where there is remembrance of the Almighty, there is safety and peace, inshallah. From me, Sumaya Khan, Assalamu alaikum.
إله إلا الله والله أكبر سبحان الله